Hey everybody, it is Quicken, and today we are going to be completely redoing the garden section of my backyard. I am completely, well, I'm in it. It is finished, and I love it so much. So please join me today for gardening my backyard.
Backyard, backyard, time to build backyard.
So before we get started, allow me to bring everyone up to speed. My backyard essentially was this giant dirt pit. We have since fenced in the dirt pit and laid some bricks down for a patio. It was essentially an unfenced in trash pit. So if you would like to see the before, you can check out this video where we finally fenced in our backyard, which used to just be open to the alleyway, and people would walk into our backyard and up to our house. Now today, I want to focus on beautiful things, like planting a garden full of plants I don't understand. Stay tuned.
Full disclaimer, I am gardening purely for fun with my partner. If you see me doing something wrong in this video, planting things that do not belong in my yard, climate, watering things I shouldn't water, etc., I am a beginner at gardening, and I am doing it just for fun, not to master it or teach anyone how to garden specifically. There are tips I've picked up along the way, but I am by no means an expert, so if you see me messing up, it's literally all just for fun. Thank you. I'm working on my garden and literally took one before picture standing inside of my house through the screen door. So here's all the weeding I've done and just digging up this part of the plot. Yesterday, I was digging up, there's random pieces of concrete in here. I dug all that out. And I couldn't dig over here because there were so many snails. So I just put these pieces that were covered in snails over here so the snails could come off. And it looks like they all did. See all the snails? I'm moving these bricks. And there's so many snails. Guys, get out of here! So right now we're 20 minutes out of the city at a junkyard, and we're going to be going to a nursery that's out here that John remembers.
Possibly.
It might possibly exist, and that's what I like to hear. So
10 years though, so I don't even know if it's there or not. I just remembered my friend liking the place and talking about it, and I drove by it when I was buying a truck 10 years ago. It was the truck I had when you met me.
yeah, so that seems nostalgic, and I want to go to this mysterious place.
These old Suburbans are fucking crazy.
Look at it. Well, after the junkyard, we'll be at the nursery that our friend liked 10 years ago. This is so special! Wow, look, they have trees. You really got us here with just an idea. This place is so cool. Thanks, John. Eat at Home Depot. Garden center. I wish we could take our mask off and take a breath. It seems so clean in here. John!
I guess you have to go around.
Okay, we just got the plants home and watered them a little bit. Put the fern on the little hooky. We have our lavender. I got these fake peppers for my neighbor. John picked out these 2 grasses, and then we have this little braided tree, and John's already started to dig the hole for it. Is it deep enough?
Does it look good? I don't know.
Maybe it has to be rounder.
Do I have to break up the ball?
You like massage
Where did, oh, here. I just packed it in good around it.
Yeah. Look at the tree! Where do you want those? Those are yours. Can I take it? Like here?
That's the plan.
Not a great plan. What does the topsoil contain?
Sphagnum. Sprankton. Now, a disease you get from chewing too much.
Sprankton, a noun, disease you get from chewing too much. Okay, boy, speak. Good boy. Now stop dressing like a goth chick.
It's kind of stinky. Kind of stinks. Sprankton.
Yeah. I'm gonna do something that just might not be right.
What? I can't believe this.
What? I pulled this idea out of my ass and it worked.
That you're troweling our garden.
Yeah.
You're a genius! What? That's smooth as hell.
Freestyle that.
Damn. That was good as shit. Do you think right here is good?
So while I was in the backyard, my neighbor informed me that she had built John a second bench a little while ago. And when I asked John about it, he said he had been keeping some tools on it in the basement. So I thought it would be cool if I dug it out and used it as a little bench in our backyard. But it was under a lot of tools.
I got it out. A big rain tonight, if you can't tell. So I moved some of my plants that can't really get wet under here, and I hope everybody does good in the rain. This is kind of just like mocked up. I think tomorrow, I know this is a garden video, but I think tomorrow I'm going to sand the legs of this table and just paint them with polyurethane so they can stay outside, and then refinish this tabletop. This table was gifted to me from Umbra a while back. For whatever reason, you know, all of the water stains really show up on this material. And then for John's birthday, we like brought this outside to have an extra table, and it's been out here since. The water is taking its toll on this, but it hasn't been outside long, so I don't recommend buying this, but I do recommend upcycling it if you already own it. Good night, garden. Do your best. So to do this table, I'm just going to be using some of the polyurethane from my hardwood floors. We did our hardwood floors ourselves in our house, and we still have a huge container of this. I like the chestnut color, and if it doesn't work out, it's fine. This table has already been damaged from being outside, so it's kind of an experiment that I am eager to embark on with you guys. I'm realizing now that this is also cracked on the side here. I don't know if you can see, because it seems to be focusing on my shoes. See these cracks here? I would love to restore it and make the best of it. Sanded, not sanded. The flooring dried up. Clear it is. Stain is one of those things I feel like you would have at your house, but also like you just definitely wouldn't. It is just covering that right up.
Perfect. Okay, I just finished sanding this to just make it more smooth, get out any little dings. And now I'm gonna spray it with this clear gloss coat because this matte finish I think will show drink rings, things like that. It was previously matte, so I think this is a better move.
Guys, here is the finished garden. It is like 1,000,000 degrees outside, so please excuse me, but I am so excited to share with you guys. So when you walk out the door, the first thing you will see, I do have this little step stool that I need to paint to be able to be outside, but my citronella candle and snake plant are over there. And then these are some potted plants I have. So I rescued this jade plant and it is doing amazing. And then I have some succulents, some tomatoes that are sprouting. I'm so excited. This plant that was my friend Ryan's, and when he passed away, I took a bunch of his plants, like that planter pot, a couple more plants and stuff are his. But I thought that I killed that plant. And I didn't want to throw it away, so I just put it in my alleyway. And this spring, it came back to life. So really precious to me. I love this thing. Have my coffee with that plant and breathe all over it. I'm so happy it's alive. Then, just some trimmings from my pothos. I'm trying to propagate in this old spaghetti jar. Not doing great, but I'm excited. Here is my garden, and this is the biggest transformation ever. What is really unique about this garden is most people in Philadelphia have an entire concrete backyard, but because we built our home up from scratch, we had to dig out our backyard completely to, have plumbing and stuff like that. So we had the opportunity of having a completely dirt backyard. And I said, wouldn't it be cool if we kept a piece? Because that's so rare to have in the city. This right here is like you scrape your feet on it like that. It's kind of old school. John found it and it's shaped like a cat. This is a solar lamp, but it cracked, so I have to replace it, but not now, girl. And this star back here I found when I was digging up this plot, so that was super fun. Right here is a hibiscus tree, I believe. It has given me a ton of flowers already, and I'm so happy about it. These grasses, I don't know, John picked them out. And this is a lavender bush, which is, oh my god, so nice. She's a little hurt right now, I think because of the hurricane, but trooper. Here is my seating area. So my neighbor built these benches, and we had this one in our basement to use as like a shelf and stuff. So I brought these benches out here, and I think that they're really fun. Definitely that like wabi sabi feel, which I really like. They're far apart, so we can have friends over and it's like socially distant, and I have the table in between so you can put a drink on there or whatever, and I think it looks really fun. Like obviously the benches are different and they're different finishes, and I think when we get into fall I'll put like a blanket down. You see, like I have a little blanket down here to just transform this space when someone is coming over. During the day, I have a lot of my house plants and I sit them on this bench so they can get that last bit of summer sun. And I really like that idea. And then if someone is coming over or I want to sit on that bench, I can quickly just throw that blanket down on it. I have this other cushion, so don't worry about that. There are 2 cushions. I think that that's so much fun to just transform that area. When I don't have guests over, these house plants sit on top. Fern that we picked out from the exotic plant place, and this rake is so cool. Behind my table, I have some vines growing up the fence. I asked my neighbor if I could grow these vines all the way up the fence, and she was totally into it. So I have these two little iron gates that were from our backyard originally. I just have these little tacks to just manipulate where the vines are growing. They're not in it, they're just rested on there. But you can see these guys are like really strong, like really wrapped intricately around this little iron gate here. So they have grown a lot in the last couple days with the hurricane, but I'm so excited for just like all vines. Like I said, these are just some of my houseplants that are getting some summer sun while they can, and she is doing so well in the summer sun. She loves it, and my jade really likes it too. It has grown a lot in the last few days. And then I have this little planter over top of this pipe thing. This pipe, I think people usually have a little grate over it, and I think we're looking for like an old school grate. So in the meantime, that pipe is just raw right there. So I put this planter over the top of it, no big deal. Don't drop your phone down it, and everyone will be good to go. This area is where I plan to have a table and some chairs, and this is also the wall I have prepped for a mural, which I'm super excited about. I'm a little attached to it being this white wall with exposed brick. It's been really nice to take photos in front of, but you know, I can always transform it back, or I might love the mural more. All of the brick in our backyard is reclaimed from a opera house that was torn down in my old neighborhood. And you can see some of these bricks from the opera house are rounded. And although we couldn't use them in like bricking the patio area, I thought that they were so unique in that round shape that I didn't want to just like lose them. I mean, they could not be common at all, and you can be like, girl, you can get those at Depot for $1.99, but I thought that they were so special. Do you like the backyard?
Yeah.
You did such a good job.
I guess it did take a lot of hard work.
Aw.
The concrete, the sidewalk, the fence, the patio, the stucco, the drain. It's a good amount.
It really all came together. It's so perfect and still like minimal and like really fits our needs.
Yeah. I just wanted it to kind of look like it's always been here.
I love that fence. Laying it horizontal was such a bold move that paid off.
Yeah.
So this is the big reveal of my garden. I love my backyard so much. It all came together in like 2 weekends. Although we did have that hurricane, so some things aren't absolutely perfect. A lot of the dirt kind of like clumped up a little bit, but all my plants survived. The table I refinished looks beautiful and is weatherproof. Everything looks great. And after the hurricane, my ivy grew a bunch, which I'm very satisfied with. I want an ivy wall so badly. I'm so satisfied with being out here. My neighbor said that it reminds her of like a Japanese garden, and I say my approach to this entire thing was wabi sabi, so I took that as the highest compliment possible. One of the lights did break, but other than that, it's such a peaceful place, and I'm so excited to host people, and I find every excuse to just come out here and hang out. So I hope you enjoyed it as well. Anyway, I love you guys, and until next time, bye!